Do you understand? Rebellion is like witchcraft. Like when it first started, Paul's coming to the church in Corinth, telling them about some things he done got wind of. Hey man, I heard about y'all, what's going on over here. You got people sleeping with their father's wives and junk going on. And y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all just sitting by, idly by, lollygagging. You understand? I ain't saying nothing about it. It's okay. It's okay. You should have been delivered once to Satan. You understand? You should have been delivered him. You should have been kicked him out of this space. You understand? But no, you're so passive aggressive. You understand? You're so man pleasing. You're so busy not to be judgmental. And you just let the stuff go on in your house, in your father's house. This was going on when we're finding the church. You let it go on in your father's house. All this unruliness going on in here. It's going to come a time when you're going to see Christians, God said, in the last day, I'm going to pour out my spirit. I'm going to replace your preachers, and I'm going to put preachers, my type of preachers in there, and they're going to tell people the truth, and they're going to rebuke, and they're going to do whatever. They're going to judge. He said, you're going to judge. Don't you know that you're going to judge the angels? Wow, people. Stop using that. You can't judge me. People only say you can't judge me when they're doing something they know doggone well they don't supposed to be doing. You can't judge me. Only God is my judge. Well, I'm trying to warn you. You understand? So you don't die in that sin. I'm not judging you. It's a difference between warning you and judging you. And I read yesterday in Hebrews, it's not up to us to say who will ascend into the heavens and who will descend to the depths of the earth. It's not up to us to do that. That's to bring Jesus down or to bring yourselves up. You understand? It's not up to us to say that. God tells you what not to say. You can't be like, hey man, you can say, hey, if you don't stop in that ways, you know you can die in that sin, and dying in the sin can lead you to hell. That's not saying you're going to hell. People better listen, but people don't want to hear what you got to say. People are so afraid. They so busy trying to please people. What's coming up tomorrow? Halloween. You understand? Halloween. We done had 2 storms come through, power out and everything. I bet people still gonna be out there trying to celebrate Halloween. I gotta have my traditions. You hold dear to your traditions of man and put God's traditions on the back burner. I can't wait till one day the people of God start observing Passover again. You understand? I don't know how to exactly do it because nobody had taught it to me. You understand? I've been in church my whole life. You understand? Growing up. But I don't remember now church I went to encouraging Passover or teaching us how to do Passover or anything like that. But they'll teach you how to buy for apples on Easter. You understand? Just being real with you people. And it upsets me because I've been in church my whole life. And a lot of things that been going on my whole life. And they still going on right now. And God is telling me the truth. God is showing me the truth. And it upsets me. Because it's like people are just misleading. They're taking on the traditions of men and leaving God's traditions out. You understand? Honor the Sabbath. Wow, God had me talk about that so many times. I'm trying to learn how to honor the Sabbath myself. You understand? Because nobody ain't taught me. Nobody ain't taught me that Saturday was the true Sabbath day. And nobody ain't taught me how to honor the Sabbath. So I'm trying to let the Lord teach me so I can teach others. You understand? I want to honor his Sabbath day. I understand that people got Sunday worship. You understand? It's not Sabbath day worship because it doesn't say it. You understand? Teach me how to honor my Sabbath. Teaching me how to worship God on a Sunday is just like teaching me how to worship on a Monday. I know how to do that. Teach me how to honor the Sabbath. I want to learn those things. I want to learn the truth. You understand? I want to honor God. I'm not saying I'm there yet. I'm not perfect. But I know if I stay at this word, if I faint not, Jesus Christ is going to perfect me. And he's going to perfect anybody that stays grounded in his word and stays grounded in the faith. He's going to perfect you. Continue to call him. Continue to pray him. Continue to learn his testimonies, to learn his statutes, learn his ways, learn his will. And you're going to be made whole. You understand? And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. You understand? You know, people, the times are getting darker and darker, harder and harder. You understand? People are swaying so much more from the truth. You got all kind of people in the church house. You got sexually immoral people preaching the gospel. You understand? You got sexually immoral people preaching the gospel. Really do your math, people. Do the math. We don't need no single preachers out there. I watched a movie a while back. It was about a preacher, and he came into this small town. He was a young man, you know what I'm saying, handsome man, and he took advantage of the young girls. He was a single preacher. He took advantage of the young girls, like 14 teenagers. You understand? Sleeping with them, and then getting them pregnant and all kind of things. And well, in the movie, he ended up dying. You understand? Dying in what? That sin. That's why he said it's better for, but this man had a wife too. He had a wife at home. Wow. How many times you done heard these stories before? Paul said, have something like this happened in your days? Yes. Something like this happened in his days since I've been growing up a Christian. I remember when I was about 10, 11 years old, word got out there was a preacher over there in the campgrounds. You understand? That him and another man were stuck together in the church. And I ain't talking about stuck together like Siamese twins neither. You understand? Inside the church, stuck together. And the ambulance had to come and take them apart. God says what's done in the dark will be exposed, will be brought to the light. But the thing is, it's probably been people there who knew the truth, but never said anything about it. So God was like, well, I gave them time to stop their sin. I'm going to let them get caught in the act. I'm going to let the whole world see what they're doing inside this house that is called by my name. You understand? You think you won't be exposed? If I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, you think I'm not going to be exposed? What's done in the dark comes to the light, goes for me too, goes for anybody. You understand? It doesn't have respect to person. God's words doesn't have a respect to persons. It's for everybody. Even the people who don't believe, God still renders judgment to you too. He said judgment starts at the house of God. You understand? Nobody wants to spread the truth anymore. They don't know what's going on and see it with their own eyes and stay blind. And people in this world are the worst. They don't tell nobody nothing. They just let people keep doing what they're doing. I don't like to get in somebody's business. Well, you're in their business because you hang with them. Stop trying to say you don't want to be in nobody's business, but you're always hanging with people. You don't want to say nothing. That's what it is. You're a coward. I'm calling it like I see it. You're a coward. So that means you like the sinful act too. You like what's going on with them. You like to sit around with them and joke with them and live that lifestyle with them. How can you tell the difference between a Christian and an unbeliever? I told you I had a vision years ago. I didn't understand the vision until two people under the influence of alcohol snapped out of reality and told me some things. But in a dream, I was watching people marching to the same drum. Like soldiers, like toy soldiers. Look just like everybody doing the same. And God pulled me out the crowd. He said, don't stand with the crowd. Come apart from them. I'm like, what the world? Had that dream more than once. Then I'm somewhere over my over my aunt's house in the campgrounds, and I'm drinking, getting drunk. Yes, I said it. And that's why I was walking as a Christian. And a drunk man come to me, snap back to reality. Hey man, God wants you to be different from everybody. He wants you to be different. You set here to stand out, not to blend in. And I'm like, whoa. This happened 2 times. Happened in Mobile and it happened in Alexander City. Okay. I know I'm a Christian, Lord Jesus. I'm not like them. But you look like them. You look like them. Nobody can tell the difference but from you and them. You look like them. You're doing the same thing they're doing. You understand? It's not that I'm judging them, but your light got to shine in a way that's different. God has taught me how to enjoy myself. I don't have to be out in crowds. Think about it. When you're out and about and you're enjoying yourself, eating, drinking, and being married, not at your house, guess what you got to do once you get in that car? Now you got to drive home after eating, drinking, and being married. Even when you go to a restaurant, they serve alcohol, right? And they always say, don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. But we serve alcohol here. But don't drink and drive. You got husband, wife, kids there. One person drinking wine, one person drinking liquor. Don't drink and drive. We encourage you not to drink and drive, but we're going to sell every liquor known to man at this establishment and good food to entice you. You understand? You're eating it. You're living by God's commandments. You're eating and drinking and being merry. Then you got to get in your car and abide by the laws of the land. Then you get pulled over with your kids there. And then when you get pulled over, the church come wind up. What happened? Houston got pulled over yesterday. He was drunk driving coming from Ruby Tuesday. Wow.